It's indescribable. I just called my mom and was just crying. A year ago, when I first started in Moonshot, I never thought in a million years that this would happen. When I was 14, I was diagnosed with autism, and realizing what I have, sometimes perceived as a disability, but you know what, I have the strength to realize that it is a superpower, and I'm turning it into that right now with my venture.
Social innovation, it's looking at business through a lens of helping the world.
Every problem is an opportunity to create value for people. And so it's been really cool to see how these students have transitioned, not just wallow in, oh my goodness, this is such a big problem in the world, but saying, how might we fix this?
A lot of the ideas here actually have the capacity to be really impactful. It's wild.
I never thought of myself as an innovator. This experience, it's definitely opening up a lot of doors for me. I'm really passionate about leveling the playing field and creating a more equitable society for everybody.
I am really into social justice, but specifically in education.
I'm really passionate about immigration justice.
These problems that we're working with are things that are a lot bigger than anything we've ever dealt with.
Climate change, poverty, water scarcity, even terrorism. Most of the challenges that we're facing are too big for any existing organization. We have to expand the scope of what can be tried.
Moonshot is modeled after JFK's proclamation that we would have a man on the moon, which seemed like a really crazy concept.
Moonshot is all about taking up those challenges and coming up with something radical that could actually work.
It brought us here to get our creative juices flowing.
The games we play, innovation really lies at the heart of it.
They're encouraged to try something out very quickly, and in classic sandbox fashion, it could just stay in the sandbox and never has to leave. It's okay for these students to try some things, to find out their own limitations, and to fail in this really safe space.
We get really serious in concepts like design thinking and rapid prototyping.
You're taking this idea and you're turning it around on its side, turning it upside down.
Moonshot for me is about mentorship.
We have 8 social entrepreneurs, and they each bring unique experiences to the table.
Having them here as resources, as mentors, and as live-in humans, that is an incredible privilege.
They're coming to us and asking us, here's my concept, what are the blind spots? My favorite question so far is this big enough?
The mentors have facilitated a whole lot of meaningful conversations, and I have been surprised by how quickly we have all gotten close.
The journey is lonely. Community is essential.
It's important that you have people who are your backbone. You're not in this alone.
Oftentimes, we see successful people, and we like to think they're just that good. They did something right, and they didn't fail. But as the social entrepreneurs were saying to us, we're telling you these stories, but they're not linear journeys. We failed along the way, we encountered obstacles, but we worked through them and we overcame them. And so for me, that's reassuring.
Seeing them here, being very down to earth, humanizes this idea of being a social entrepreneur. They had little resources, but they made it. I can also do that.
Social innovation is done by humans just like them. The folks that I'm mentoring now will far surpass any influence that I have over the world. That's the whole point of a place like Moonshot House.
I just found out that I was accepted into a super influential incubator in Washington, D.C., following the dreams of my social venture that I started on Moonshot. I'll be getting mentorship and an official product launch and all the opportunities a social entrepreneur could dream of.
That's the sort of stuff that happens at Moonshot House. I can't wait to see all these students at the top of the Forbes 30 Under 30 list.
It's fantastic to be connected to all of the social entrepreneurs. Having them as connections in high places is super duper helpful.
I'm inspired to look at different career paths. It's not just the person that founds the company, it's the person that supports it, the CFO, all these different people that come together to make big change.
I say it's important to train your replacement. It's kind of like my personal philosophy. If something happens to me tomorrow, there is an army of young people who will continue the revolution.